Suppose at the point P there is a second arc. That means BP minus AP equal to 2 lambda. So at P there is an nth minima or nth arc. BP minus AP equal to n lambda. Adi interference radius aithe. This is the condition for bright. In diffraction the conditions are reverse. Only keep it in memory. That explanation and deep discussion is not necessary for us. Right? Okay. So BP minus AP is equal to lambda. But here BP is more on compared with AP. Again, from the midpoint, this is a line joining from midpoint to P. Let this makes an angle theta with the horizontal. Also from A, this is a perpendicular line drawn on BP. So length from A to P and from this point to P are same. Extra path difference between these two is equal to this. That extra path difference is equal to delta x. Here this is also the angle theta. AB is equal to A, slit width is equal to A, and delta x is the path difference. You know, delta x is equal to what is the value? BP minus AB is equal to delta x. Delta x is also equivalent to A sin theta. A sin theta is equal to lambda. So from this, A sin theta is equal to lambda or sin theta is equal to lambda by A. Now here, if theta is very small, sin theta is approximately taken as tan theta. It is also equal to, from the diagram, from this triangle, tan theta is equal to y by capital D. So tan theta is equal to, y by capital D. Therefore, y by capital D is equal to lambda by A, or y is equal to lambda capital D by small a. What is it? This is the distance of the first dark from the central bright. Similarly, just below the central band there is a dark band which is at a distance lambda d by A. Now what is the width of the central bright band? Means the total distance y plus y. Y plus y is equal to 2y. 2y is equal to 2 lambda capital D by small a. Okay na? So therefore the width of central maxima is equal to width of central maxima is equal to y plus y 2y, that is equal to 2 into y is equal to lambda capital D by A. This is the width of the central maxima. Linear width of the central maxima. Are you understand? Also from the diagram, you know, sin theta is equal to, what is this value? Sin theta is equal to lambda by A. Sin theta is equal to lambda by A. If theta is very small, sin theta is also equivalent to theta. Theta is also equal to lambda by A. Here what is theta? It is the angular distance of the first dark with respect to the center of the slit. With respect to the center of the slit. Theta kada idi. Suppose this is theta, you know, theta. Also from the center also let us join the point Q also. This is also the angle theta. Now what is the total angular width of the central maximum? Means theta plus theta. It is equal to 2 theta. Therefore that is angular width of central maxima is equal to 2 theta. That is equal to 2 lambda by A. This is the angular width of the central maxima. Linear width is equal to 2 lambda capital D by small a. Angular width of the central maxima is equal to 2 lambda by, right? So similarly, just in the same example, suppose at the point P there is a second dark is formed. Second dark is formed means at any point on the screen, not at the point P. Here not at the point P, at another point Q on the screen there is a second arc. Means the path difference is equal to BQ minus AQ is equal to second arc kabatti 2 lambda. Okay na? BQ minus AQ is also equal to A sin theta. Path reference, it is equal to 2 lambda. And theta for, it is second arc kandi. Theta for second arc. Theta for second arc is equal to 2 lambda by A approximately, if theta is very small. So, for second arc, this is the first arc. Okay na? And this is the second arc. In between second and first arc, there is a first maxima. Ikkademo central maxima. It is the central maxima. In between first arc and second arc, there is a first bright. So theta 2d is equal to 2 lambda by A. Here also, on the another side, this is the first dark and this is second dark. Second arc. Okay na? So the angular width of the theta 2d is equal to 2 lambda by A. 2 lambda by A. Similarly, theta nd is equal to, means for nth dark, it is represented by n lambda by A. N lambda by A. Again, y for second arc is equal to, ఎంత అవుతుంది? 2 lambda capital D by small a. What is y for first dark? Y for first dark is equal to, entandi? It is lambda d by a. Lambda d by a. Are you understand? Y for second dark. Y for nth dark is equal to n lambda capital D by small a. N lambda capital D by small a. Here, what is the width of the first maxima? Linear width of first maxima is equal to, what is the difference? First maxima idi kada idi. Din linear distance kavali. Means this total distance of second dark is equal to y2d. Total distance of the first dark is equal to y1d. Now the linear width of the first maxima is equal to y2d minus y1d. Therefore, this is equal to y2d means 2 lambda capital D by A minus lambda d by A. That is lambda d by A. What is it? It is the width of, linear width of the first maxima. Then what is the formula for linear width of the central maxima? You know, linear width of the central maxima B0 is beta naught is equal to 2 lambda capital D by A. It is already proved that. Linear width of the central maxima is equal to 2 lambda D by A. Linear width of the first maxima is equal to only lambda D by A. That means the width of the maxima will be decreases while going from center to onwards. So from these two equations we can written as beta naught is equal to 2 beta. Ante width of the central maxima should be equivalent to twice the width of the first maxima. Twice the width of first maxima. So from this conclusion or from this formula we can conclude that diffraction bands are not equal sizes. Whereas in case of interference, bandwidth beta or fringe width beta is equal to, you can prove that lambda d by d means the linear distance between two successive bright bands or two successive dark bands should be equal to same, means interference bands are equally spaced. Whereas diffraction bands are not equally spaced. Width of the central maxima will be more compared with the remaining maximas. So this is the main difference between diffraction and interference. Diffraction and interference. See here. The total explanation will be summarized by the following diagram. Diffraction due to a single slit. It is a slit and this is a convex lens. Separation between slits and screen is equal to capital D. This is capital D. Okay na? On the screen, let us observe diffraction bands. Suppose a plane wavefront is made to incident on the single slit. To observe the diffraction phenomenon on the screen, we are having a compulsory double convex lens. A double convex lens is there. So The light rays from A and B, they are made to incident at both, means O is the position of the center bright. Again at the point B, suppose that is a minimum dark, and I mean minimum intensity or dark, nth dark. The condition for the minimum intensity is given by A sin theta is equal to n lambda. Compulsory delta x path difference is equal to n lambda, where n is taken from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Here A is equal to slit width, theta is equal to angle of diffraction. Next one, what is the condition for the maximum intensity? Means A sin theta is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. Here n is taken from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now, the intensity decreases as we go to the successive maximas away from the central maxima. Therefore, this is the central maxima, this y and this is theta and this is capital D. O is the lens, center of the lens. Beta naught is equal to width of the central maxima. Let here, for first minima, A sin theta equal to lambda. If theta is very small, A tan theta equal to lambda, y by d, and y equal to lambda d by A. Therefore, width of the central maxima is equal to, linear width of the central maxima is equal to 2y, which is equal to 2 lambda d by A. It is beta naught. Next, the intensity of the single slit diffraction pattern is given by, on the screen, I is equal to I naught into sine of beta by 2 by beta by 2 whole square. Here beta by 2 is equal to pi a sin theta by lambda. Pi a sin theta by lambda. Here also there is no need of derivation for it. Only remember, but there is no problem regarding this formula. Intensity of the light at any point on the screen, I is equal to I naught into sin beta by 2 by beta by 2 whole square, and beta by 2 is equal to a value pi a sin theta by lambda. Right? Okay. Here there is a note point. Width of the central maxima is equal to, if the convex lens is kept very near to slits, here the lens is kept very near to slit. Light rays after passing through the convex lens converges on the screen, means capital D is approximately equal to f, its focal length. So in that situation, the linear width of the central maxima is equal to 2f lambda by A. Capital D is replaced by small f. F is the focal length of the lens. Again, here also one important mode. If this experiment is performed in a liquid other than air, width of the diffraction maxima will be decreases and becomes 1 by mu times. 1 by mu times. Remember this point also. Interference and diffraction bands. Suppose in any situation, if capital N interference bands are contained by the width of the central bright band or central maxima in case of diffraction. Capital N be the number of interference bands and bandwidth of each one is equal to beta. N beta is equal to linear width of the central maxima in case of diffraction is equal to 2 lambda capital D by A. But capital N into bandwidth beta in case of interference lambda capital D by small d is equal to 2 lambda d by A. From this small a is equal to 2 d by n. Here A is equal to width of the slit in case of diffraction bands, and d is equal to distance between two slits S1 and S2 in case of interference pattern. The relation between these two is A is equal to 2d by n. See here, there is an example. Suppose a parallel beam of light of wavelength 5500 nanometers falls on a narrow slit, and resulting diffraction pattern is observed on a screen 1 meter away. It is observed that the first minimum is at a distance of 2.5 millimeter from the center of the screen. Find the slit width. Given lambda 5000 nanometers, 500 nanometers, 500 into 10 power minus 9, 5 into 10 power minus 7 meters. Capital D is given by 1 meter. First minima is formed at a distance y is equal to 2.5 millimeters, means 2.5 into 10 power minus 3, 10 power minus 3 meters, we'll find the value of A. So for minima, A sin theta equal to n lambda. For first minima, n is equal to 1. A into y by capital D, because sin theta is approximately tan theta equal to y by capital D is equal to lambda. Therefore, A is equal to lambda capital D by y. On substituting all these values and also solving, finally we get the formula as A equal to 2 into 10 power minus 4 meters or 0.2 into 0.2 millimeters. Next one, another example. Suppose a screen is placed 50 centimeters from a single slit, which is illuminated with a light of wavelength 6000 angstrom units. If the distance between first and third minima in the diffraction pattern is 3 millimeters, what is the width of this slit? It is given capital D as 0.5 meters, lambda equal to 6 into 10 power minus 7 meters. We are having the value of A. So for minimum, again you know, A sin theta equal to n lambda, A into y by capital D equal to n lambda, y equal to n lambda D by A. Y equal to, here what is y? This is the linear distance of the nth minima from the center of the screen. But in the diagram or in the example, it is given the distance. If the distance between first minima and third minima is 3 millimeters. For first minima and third minima means y3 minus y1 is equal to lambda capital D by small a into 3 minus 1. y3 minus y1 means 3 into 10 power minus 3 is equal to, అన్ని వాల్యూ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే finally a equal to 2 into 10 power minus 4 or 0.2 millimeters. Right? Okay. Next, third one. In a single slit diffraction experiment, the first minimum for lambda 1 is equal to 660 nanometers coincides with first maximum for lambda 2. Then find the value of lambda 2. Means for first lambda 1 dark coincides with lambda 2 bright. For first minima, A sin theta 1 is equal to lambda 1. And for first maxima, due to another length, A sin theta 2 is equal to, first maxima means 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. N is replaced by 1. 3 by 2 into lambda 2. If theta is very small, sin theta 1 is also equal to sin theta 2. That means lambda 1 is equal to 3 lambda 2 by 2. Therefore, lambda 2 is equal to 2 lambda 1 by 3. That is 2 by 3 into lambda 1 660. On solving it, 440 nanometers. Lambda 2 is equal to. Thank you. So my dear students, in diffraction concept, you need not enter into the deep regions. No need. Only we are having the conditions for maxima and minima. Enough. The derivations is not in our syllabus and they don't need us. Okay na? Right. So in the next class, I will explain some more concepts in diffraction and also resolving power of the eye as well as microscope and telescopes. Okay na? Thank you my dear students. So after seeing this video, compulsory in level 1 and level 2 concepts, you do the level 1 and level 2 concept, then only you have some idea, you have some grip on the concept. Thank you.